Hello and welcome to episode 12? I think it's 12 of the Knitmancy Podcast. I am your host Valentina, coming at you from Northern Virginia in the United States. And I don't have much today. Oh well, we'll roll with it. I do have finished object, I've got works in progress, and some chit chat, but before we hop into that, let's go over the socials. You can find me on Instagram as Middle of the Madness. You can find me on Ravelry as Knittermancer. There's also a group for the Knitmancy Podcast, although there's not much going on there. Oops. Oh well. So now we will hop right in to all of the crafty goodness that has happened over the past week. Yes. So first up, finished object, yay! A knitting finished object at that. Oh my goodness. So last week I showed off this hat. No, it was last week. Might have been, no, it was definitely last week. I don't think I had been working on it the week before. It is the Metropolitan hat from the first issue of Rib magazine, designed by Mina Philipp, who is the knitting expat. There's the slip, the woven pattern, or the slipped, they're floats pretty much, float pattern on it. And I knit this in Knit Picks City Tweed DK in the Tahitian Pearl colorway, and I still have a lot of this colorway left. Just no big deal. I love all the little tweedy bits, and this is a gift. And I followed it, aside from the brim, where instead of doing 6 inches, I did just over 4. So it came out with a 2-inch brim. But it fits the intended recipient. I had him try on the brim. The rest of it should be fine. Yeah, so there's that. Also, my lighting is probably a bit weird because this is late for me. Normally I do this earlier, and I think the sun is hiding out behind some clouds at this point. So now we'll move on to the works in progress, because that was my only finished object. I have an almost finished object, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. So my current only, I worked on the cabled blanket, the north of the river blanket a little bit, but it was like a row. So that meant I have stitches falling off. Boop, boop. Alright. I have my little Le Dame Blanche Rose City rollers with Knit Pick Stroll in the Pea Pod colorway. And this is Once Upon a Corgi on the Audrey base in La Dame Blanche. So my little La Dame Blanche socks. I'm getting close to where the toe goes in. So they're getting done. Slowly but surely. They're getting done. I mean, I should hurry up because my little ball is getting pitiful. Shove that back in there. Zip that bag. So I've done a little bit of spinning. Nothing too exciting. More Jacob. I'm going to apply it soon. Might rain. That might be why it's all cloudy now. More of the black Jacob. Trying to work through the Jacob if I can at least get most of at least the black combed and started to be spun. I will feel a lot better about it. And then that only leaves me with the white. I was thinking soon maybe I will cast on, because my yarn is pretty much the same across the skeins even when I've not done it for months, weeks. So hopefully I can actually start swatching and making a sweater. Soon it shall start. As soon as I work through most of the black. Anyway. And then one last work in progress. I feel like I'm zooming through everything. And this is, as I said, barely a work in progress. because it is a coat, dress, thing. Oh gosh, that is like the worst place to look at it. There's no way on earth throwing it on. I would like it to stop blacking out like that. That would be much appreciated. I've seen it do it twice, and both times. There we go. I'll sit with this on now. So, it is a coat dress. It is very long. It actually hits mid-calf, down that area. And it is a Yaya Han pattern for McCall's. I couldn't tell you what the number is right off, or what the little pattern code is. It was made in the size 20, that I can tell you. And it is made out of a faux leather. Quality is just really, really taint. I wish I could turn a light on, but that's me away for a couple of seconds. Actually, let me do that. Oh, we have light. Oh, there we go. That makes it a little bit better. Everything's slightly yellow now. We'll work with it. There is faux leather, which has proved to be a pain. The matte black, so the shiny black, is faux leather. It is on the front and the back. On the front, or on the center pieces of the front and the back, there's also side pieces. So the princess seams. This matte black is a wool blend. Thankfully, they're about the same shade of black. The lining, which you can see peeking out, which is this beautiful, brilliant, like cobalt royal bluey color, is a 100% polyester. And then this plaid, which is a black-based plaid. I think it's called a Royal Steward plaid. It's 100% cotton, and it is like a shirting fabric. This thing is also quite warm. Why is it still a work in progress, you might ask? I mean, the lining is put in. It's got sleeves. The hemming on my sleeves is not great. It will do, but it's not great. I still have to do the bottom hem, which is a pest. It does not want to work for me. It has been sitting for a couple of days, even though I know I could do it. But I went to work on it one day, and the issue that occurred was, as I said, this was not the greatest look at it. For some reason, sewing machine with the setup worked fine the entire time I was sewing the faux leather to the faux leather. But the second, and maybe it was because of the lining, second I tried to hem this little back slit piece, it has done this. It has also scuffed the faux leather in multiple places and kind of torn it a little bit. There's no holes in it, but it's a mess. It's a mess. And yeah, this lighting works a little bit better. So, this is sitting on hold until I can get some assistance to help me hem it. Set that back down there. Alright. That actually covers all of the crafty stuff. Go figure. So we'll move on to some chit chat. There's a cat right there. He's being cute and sleepy. He has been all day. So we'll move on to some chit chatty stuff. I don't really have much. I mean, it's like the world has all just managed to not know what to do with itself. It's given up and just madness ensues. So we had Charlottesville happen, and actually when Charlottesville was happening, I was in the Richmond area. The night of the march, I was hanging out with my boyfriend, Sean. And I had seen the story on Snapchat saying that there was white supremacists walking through through Charlottesville with torches. And put this in perspective, Charlottesville is about 45 minutes away from Richmond-ish, more or less, depends on how fast you drive, depends on traffic. And then the next day, hearing one person killed by the car. By now, if you're in America, you know, or you have quick access to this in case you don't know, because I don't want to talk super heavily about it. There was the car accident, or the car wasn't really an accident, I would say. And then the helicopter. When the helicopter and the car and all that were happening, I was with my mom. And then Sunday, because I came home Sunday, I'd only planned to stay Friday to Saturday. I ended up coming home Sunday due to just weather and traffic being a mess. And when I got home, my grandmother said, her brother, my great uncle, said that my great uncle knew one of the police officers in the crash. And I know it's not funny, but laughing's a defense mechanism. Or something. That's what they say. And so, sometimes you don't realize how close people are. And then you had, 2 days ago? The other day? You had Barcelona happen, Las Ramblas, and I'm not sure how well the internet in the world understands what Las Ramblas was or is, but Las Ramblas is essentially a pedestrian street. This is to my understanding. I took Spanish classes for a while. We always talked about Spain. And to my understanding, Las Ramblas is a pedestrian street. I know they call it all sorts of things. But it's a blocked off section of street that's only meant for pedestrians. You're not allowed to drive a car through it. Everyone keeps calling it a tourist destination, and I guess, but at its forefront, I've had professors. I'm in college. I've had Spanish professors, who have gone to Las Ramblas, or at least one that has, and kind of explained that, it's. But this was years ago that I had heard this. It's kind of a pedestrian street. So no, there was no accidents if you're driving a car down a pedestrian street. Sorry. That was a thought out attack. And I can say that with pretty much entire certainty. Same as with the car in Charlottesville. Very, very much planned attacks. I don't think I have much else to say. Let's see, not next week, but the week after. I'm going to check my calendar real quick. The 27th of August, today being the 18th. The 27th of August, so next Sunday, I will be moving back into the dorms at school. I might have a room to myself. I'm not going to swear on it, but I might. Sun's coming back out outside, but I still have the overhead light on. Otherwise, I'll try to see how it works due to my class schedule and all that, so I might alter a little bit. Might be the day these go up or whatever, but we'll see. And Outlander comes back soon, and my birthday's happening soon. A lot is happening. And so I think I will call it good there. This is pretty short, but I really don't have a lot to say, so I'm not going to hold you for too much longer. So I hope you have a lovely week. I hope the world does not implode. I hope if you're in the United States, you get the chance to hang out and see the solar eclipse, and that you do it safely. to be very careful if you decide that you are going to drive during the eclipse and you are in the path of totality, or the arc of totality, whatever they're calling it. For everyone else, I hope you remain safe and sound and healthy, and, make sure that everyone around you knows that you do care, you do love them, and just, you never know what happens in this crazy world. Never know. Better safe than sorry. So, and always remember, I appreciate you. Even if I don't know you, I appreciate you and you deciding to spend a little bit of time with me every week. And that'll be it. That's it. So, have a good week. I hope you come watch next week. And until then, just keep surviving. Keep going. And bye, guys.